Domination freak like Gandhi had pointed out before, and let's jump over to Clayster. You wanted to...
This is what I wanted to show you guys. So Clayster is actually running the Fed.
What?
Yeah, so he watched, Nathan and I did one game of like OpTic Gaming's online, and we were like, I have no idea what this gun is. Yeah. We thought it was an MTAR with the red dot at first. We were way off. But Clayster's puts it to use.
Yeah, well, let's see if it's going to work out for him there. He is going to get cleaned up by Diabolic. Now, I got to switch over here to the vVv guys. Because in case you guys do not know about Flawless, Realize, Fender, and Diabolic, these are 4 incredibly talented players. And the 4 of them together really is something that a lot of teams should look out for. You may not know them right now because they're not competing currently in the MLG COD League, but this is a squad that is very, very capable of being there. If you don't know Sender by now, you have a problem. But Flawless as well is another guy that I got to highlight. Right now, he's 4-0. His job, watch the middle of the map, see if anyone's going to be pushing across. So he's a little boring right now. So we're going to actually leave him for the time being and hop over to my boy Sender, who's navigating over by red.
Well, Sender's going to be doing something very, very similar here. He's got one gunfight. Oh, Clayster makes him pay. But, when you're holding down red, your main job is to do the exact same thing that Flawless is doing mid-map. So this is finally the OpTic Gaming push. They had one guy come underneath, hit a flank, and now they're trying to gain B.
Yeah, now, Diabolic is going to get cleaned up, though. Sender's going to get taken out as well. Now it's going to be all up to Flawless. Flawless finding one, going for the second. Try to pre-fire right around that corner there, bottom beard. Not going to connect with anything on that one. Diabolic with a clean up there on Proofy as well. But B control has gone to OpTic Gaming. Score right now, 31-23. Still very early in this matchup. The pressure certainly on as Clayster's going to push up on Flawless there. Diabolic gets cleaned up as well. We haven't really seen much out of Diabolic, but when I talked to Sender, he was like, Alex, you want to look at Diabolic. And, I know he's a great player. He's capable of everything. But when you look at the 4 players on OpTic Gaming, I mean,
they're getting just demolished right now. You might as well just go on OpTic Game.
Yeah, they're getting pressed hard here. So let's see if Sender's going to be able to do anything about that. But he's not proof. He's going to be by himself alongside with Nadeshot here. Nadeshot actually going to be pushing around the outside. He's going to get taken out. They are losing C now, so that is going to go neutral. But vVv needs to get a flag here, as 1 point will be accrued for OpTic Gaming, none for vVv at this time.
Oh, man. OpTic Gaming's in a world of trouble here. They have C neutralized. Luckily, they still have B, but they've been trying to work on A. They just need to throw bodies at, because no one wants to rotate all the way back, but they have this guy in the back just being annoying and head glitching, so someone had to pick him off. But this is a big battle right here.
Yeah, that's right. Nadeshot's actually going to get cleaned up. Clayster's going to get dropped as well. Scump hanging out in the mid. He gets taken out Proofy by himself after he manages to cap A. Finding one, trying to go for the double. One right behind. He does get him as well, and that's going to be a double kill for Proof. 10-4. The new addition to OpTic Gaming, definitely showing why he's one of the best in the game.
Well, this is the thing I loved about Proof, too, because everyone was like, oh, how's he going to fit on this team? He doesn't do any of the objective, but even on FaZe, he was still averaging about 3 caps per game, and he's already hit that right here in this game number 1. So Proof seems to be gelling fine.
Yeah, and I think the other thing about Proof as well is, and it goes the same for all 4 of these guys. When they're comfortable, when they feel like, there's just nothing that will stop them, they will, play really well. I mean, look at Nadeshot. Nadeshot, he's a player that, and that's a great double kill there for Nadeshot. He is going to get cleaned up, though. But, you just got to highlight Nadeshot. When he picked up Clayster, you just knew that was the beginning of a team that can be a force in this scene just with the pick up of Clayster alone. And then, with Scumpy there finding that driving, and it's really just been a brand new OpTic Gaming roster, one we haven't seen, I would reckon to say, since the beginning of MW3.
Really? You're going to go that far back? I mean...
Well, it was a completely different roster.
Oh, yeah.
But
you're talking about, I guess,
talking about that drive.
Gun skill?
Yeah, you're talking about that drive that they have yet again. So,
Makes sense. I'm with it.
I'm just trying.
No, I get it, man.
I'm just trying to bust out some history here, guys. You know what I mean? This is what I do.
Hey, man, everyone's got their own thing. You got to do it. Have you noticed how so many people are running vectors these days? A lot of people don't even run it with a red dot anymore, which I don't know if that's because of the update or whatnot, but 4 vectors is a thing. As Nadeshot just defiles that guy.
Yeah, and Scump here finding another one right by bottom fire. Clayster should be anticipating a player pushing out through the mid, and his teammate, though, for that pickup. Proofy with a triple there. He's 17-7. He's working on a 3-point streak. That triple gave him that, and he's going to find another one right on the left side. That's going to be 4. Oh, but he can't follow it through with that 5th kill. But needless to say, though, with 5 seconds remaining, the damage has certainly been done with a score at 59-85. OpTic Gaming looking great.
I forgot all about the fact that OpTic Gaming is like one of the best domination teams in this game right now. You know, they were sitting there, they were playing OpTic Gaming Nation, and the first series, I think it was like 6-5, and then like they were like, you know what, let's just run Doms. And it was like a quick 4-0.
Yeah.
Quick 4-0. So taking a look here, Proofy being
17-7, I believe. Like, if Proof has another performance like that again.
Or so, I think it was 18-8.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's 17-7, 18-8. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it basically, if they end up doing the same thing again, I mean, if Proof ends up doing it again, it's gonna be disgusting.
Well, it's gonna be tough here because, you know, vVv, they're down by 26 points, so they're looking at holding the 2-cap for, you know, at least a minute and a half to really get back into this one, and they have to rely on winning those gun battles mid-map, and OpTic Gaming's got a lot of gunfire now. You know, they can shoot.
Yeah, they can. They have that, you know, that was always something that was lacking, you know, just that presence with gun skill, and now OpTic Gaming certainly has that. The confidence is there for this team. Proof already getting off to a great start.
He's a monster.
Yeah, yep, and there goes actually Nadeshot, who, no, I was actually Scump who flanked around, but Diabolic finding one, and he is going to get taken out bottom. Beer now going over to Flawless. They know that B is going to be taken. And let's see what's going on here, because we got actually 2 members of vVv pushing up, and that's going to be a big win there for Realize, but he is going to get taken out. Diabolic, on the other hand, will be there for the assistance. Let's see how OpTic Gaming plays that, but no, and a nade there from Flawless up top.
Oh, God, Flawless just got devoured by Clay.
That is not good. That is not good. But you know what, though? Needless to say, it seems like it was not going to be a double kill there. Let's jump over to OpTic Gaming now and see what's going on. Proofy by himself, last person standing. There's going to be 2 members of the vVv squad on B. Shots going through, but not going to happen. As Scump and Nade, as well as Clay, off the respawn, working their way right down that mid lane. They're not able to connect with anything, though. They do know that actually players are going to be pushing out. That's just time. You're going to expect these guys to kind of rush their way out toward crates, but they're now winning their gunfights, and this is dangerous if OpTic Gaming doesn't respond.
Well, they have to be careful because vVv, as soon as you look at your minimap here, Sender is on A, and basically as soon as you get B control, what you want to do is you want to send your team into B because it forces them to spawn back white, and then it's just easy pickings. You got to win one gunfight, and then you have a tri-cap.
Yeah. Well, let's see if, and it seems like OpTic Gaming is trying to see if they can get pre-fires around the corner, but they know that there's just going to be so much pressure around, like you had mentioned before. You just send those guys over, and this has just been working out for them in spades. They've been able to hold it for a decent amount of time here. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Remember, they're dealing with a plus 26 deficit, so they have to come back from quite a bit. Scump winning that gun battle there. 1 player for vVv in the vicinity, and that's going to be Diabolic, but he's going to get taken out by Proof.
Yep, and just like this, you know, we're going to see Clayster just go ahead and make the heads-up play, switch to the sub, and he says, you know what, we need more pressure on the map. We're getting 2 caps. We have to get mid-map. So he has to force those gunfights. He can't sit back and basically have his iron boots on. Yeah,
and Proofy able to save that one from getting a little bit too dangerous there. They are going to be down by a considerable amount here in this second half. Remember that plus 26 lead looming over, and OpTic Gaming needs to find a way to respond back. Luckily, they have some kind of control bottom beer, you know.
How is that guy not dead?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the internet, which is not the internet, but
no, it's the internet.
It's always the internet. Worst case scenario, just blame connection. That's what Benson does all the time when we play, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, he also calls himself the Red Panda.
Yeah, well.
Case closed.
Yeah, don't hate on my Red Panda, bro. All right,
it's already done.
We miss you, Ben.
That ship has sailed.
So now it seems like OpTic Gaming has fought their way out, or at the very least, Proofy has fought his way out right now. And let's see if he's going to be able to make anything happen here. There is going to be 1 member of vVv actually hanging out in the back of the base. He gets cleaned up by Scump.
This is scary.
This is this chance.
This is almost a tie game right now. Proof has to acquire this flag. And as you look at the minimap here, you see vVv's kind of on different pages here. There's going to be a one-on-one gunfight with Proofy, and then there's going to be guys just kind of in the middle of the map. OpTic Gaming actually somehow came out on top with this, but they lose the gunfights mid-map.
Yep, and Proofy now making his presence felt over by Owens. Bottom Owens here. He knows that 1 player is going to be looming around. See, that's going to be Diabolic, and Proofy with the cleanup there. They do manage to get it back, but Proofy's going to be right back on that objective. They're losing B control as well, and they do manage to stop that. At the very least, Proofy, I'm staying with him because I want to see how he continues to play this. I mean, he has just been an absolute pain in the neck in the back of the base. Single-handedly is keeping OpTic Gaming in this matchup.
Yeah, Proofy is just slaying here, and that's huge right now because if you look at the score, technically they are losing by 4 points.
Yep.
OpTic Gaming has to get a 2-cap here. It's the last 25 seconds. They need a 2-cap right now, and now we're going to see them actually push on the B flag, and bodies are just being thrown at B. Finally, Clayster and Nadeshot are going to hop on it.
Yeah, that's right. With only 18 seconds left on the clock, 84 to 55 here. Proofy and crew just going to continue to hold this one out. 13 seconds left on the clock there. Once again, guys, 85 to 57. That's going to be a 28-point game there, so it seems like 2 points for vVv Gaming. 87 to 61. Time dwindles down, and that is going to do it, as it's going to be a tied game.
Are we sure? Yeah, tie game. Replay.
What is life?
You know, I want to just start off things in the morning like kosher. Like,
yeah,
OpTic maybe wins both sides, and it's easy math.
It's now time. vVv Gaming, OpTic Gaming facing off against one another. Game 1 repeat. It was plus 26 first half in favor of OpTic Gaming, plus 26 the second half in favor of vVv. Let's see now as we stick with Nadeshot here, America's favorite gamer, as he's going to have one player contesting that when he gets taken off on the left side. Clayster by himself now has to be wary of this, because he did manage to clear that one guy that was going to be on the right, but he gets taken out as soon as the vVv guys spawn mid-street. And B will be taken for OpTic Gaming, and they're able to strike blood right away, finding one around the side, but he's going to get cleaned up though.
Yeah, and one thing you're going to note here is that vVv is running 2 ARs on Breakdown. That is something you do not see every day. And by every day, I mean ever.
You don't see a fad on, as well, so...
No.
Clayster seems adamant on using it, so, I mean...
I don't know what exactly his class setup is with the fad, but, the recoil on it's insane. I mean, there's just spread everywhere, but as long as you have, can be like a little twitchy shooter like Clayster's always kind of notoriously been, you can get away with using this gun.
Yeah, I wonder if it's, and I'm interested if you guys back at home have a particular reason as to why you believe that this is being used, because I actually want to know. But go ahead and jump over to Scump here and see, as he's going to have 2 players right in his vicinity. In his general, finding another one as well. That's going to be a double kill for Scump. Can he follow it through around the corner? But he is going to notice that there's going to be one there. That's going to be a 4th, but he gets cleaned up on the side. And Scump is feeling great here. He is 12-3 right now, Scott. I mean, absolutely unbelievable performance out of Scumpy. That's the dangerous factor for this team. Proofy and Scump, and both of them Robo King. Both of them are able to go. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Quadruple positive is normally a good thing, but, Scump a little bit under the weather here. Could just take a little bit of a warm-up, dude. I mean, everything I've seen from Scump online, he has been a just savage. Like, he's so good right now. Like, the Scumpy here of old, and you're like, oh, this guy's just a beast.
Yeah.
That's now, there's very few people who can challenge him in a one-on-one gunfight.
Yeah, well, that's what I was telling you before. Like, we had this conversation a while ago, because, I mean, I've always regarded Scump to be one of the greatest players to ever play Call of Duty. And, when he had that struggle when he just wasn't, clicking. Back then, it was just really weird. It was like, man, this is not the same Scump that I was used to seeing throughout all of MW3.
Yep.
But needless to say, though, seems like old Scump's found his form right back, though. vVv is going to be pinned inside of the A, and they have to fight their way out of this one, though. But with Scump lingering, oh, never mind. Realize, very wise up there.
He sniffed him out.
Yeah,
a little bit of a bloodhound here as Proofy's going to push in. If you look at your mini-map, you can see exactly how OpTic Gaming explains this, right? So they end up spawning around mid-map here right at red, and then they just flood right through crates. Like, Proofy is forcing the members of vVv to come all the way back. And you're just going to see the arrows turn around here, and now they have no pressure on B. It's brilliant.
Yeah, well, luckily for them, they were only able, for vVv, they sent only 1 player to take care of that situation, and they were able to win it. But it seems like B is going to be contested, as OpTic members are getting cleaned out of B there. His teammates though are going to be there for the save. Scump and Proof getting a double there with Proofy's single. That's going to be some good stuff for them as they get aggressive on the crate side. And let's see if they're going to be able to pin them in here.
Ooh, go to Scump, buddy.
Yeah.
What are you, 5? Are you kidding
me?
I'm
trying to spread love here. I mean,
sometimes you just gotta accept it.
Just do. I mean, and it's crazy because you have Nadeshot 4 and 8, but that is not even a factor when you have Scump playing the way that he's playing right now. I mean, you gotta just. At what point does it become unfair?
I mean, this is the point. I mean, he's almost has more kills than 3 members of vVv put together.
Oh, man. And that is just not, you're actually right about that one.
Yeah, as long as you include Realize in the mix.
Yeah, if you include Realize. And he's just not having a great game here on Frey Dom. It seems like Scump's going to have his way bottom beer. He's going to get taken out back over to Proof here as he looks right by that beer alley. He gets cleaned up now. And Nade Shot, ever being
sneaky, sneaky little kitten.
Sneaky little kitten, as he is going to get taken out, though. Never kill a kitten.
Oh, no, you can't.
No, you can't. That's not good. Not good for society. Needless to say, though, with 30 seconds left on the clock, this has been all OpTic Gaming. I mean, they came out in force on the back of Scump. 23-8. I mean, you got to give credit to Proofy as well. He went 15-12, and just seemed like vVv could not get their bearings together here in this matchup. Diabolic is going to take out Clay, but not before he was able to get a double kill, though, with that Fad. And 9 seconds remaining after the replay here. 107 to 50. 109 to 57. I apologize. 109 to 57. I mean, again, they're just hyped up and they're energetic and they're ready to go. And vVv is definitely questioning what's going on right now.
That's a lot of energy coming out of side one. OpTic Gaming just screaming.
That's right.
Screaming. And you know what, dude? That's the one thing that also kind of benefits them here. Because since we weren't able, with that mix amp issue,
to be able to make something happen.
Yeah? You know, I'm not sure. I think vVv, obviously they're not going to do okay with kills just because they are going to be running 2 ARs. So, but I mean, those 2 ARs, they're not doing a whole lot for their team. I mean, if you are vVv, you have to just go 4 subs. You have to make up 50 points, man.
I got to give credit to OpTic Gaming there off the break. They got so aggressive on their side, and Scump has won that one as well. He ends up getting a double there. I don't know why I'm not watching him. Please, I'm sorry, everyone. But Flawless, though, he's going to get a double kill of his own. Scump's going to be right below him, though. Let's see how he's going to be able to respond to this. Of course, pressure is going to be coming as vVv not able to get control of B. But, and you thought he was going to be able to get that one player circling around red. Not going to be the case. Diabolic now going to be in this position as he is going to get dropped, too. And that is just not good for anyone. Realize, though, this is the guy that needs to step it up here in this matchup. Surprisingly enough, though, Sender 0-4, not the way you want to start things off here in this domination Frey side 2.
Nope, not good here. Flawless has 1. Will he make it 2? And he does 2. Members
you can always rely on Flawless's AR. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most consistent things I've ever seen as a caster.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? You know, Flawless is one of those players that just doesn't get recognition.
Yeah, well,
you know, that's just how it is.
Well, you know, I feel like he's the kind of guy who kind of prefers it that way too. I mean, he just likes to get the job done. You know what I mean? That's why I've always come to respect Flawless there as a player. But now vVv, they're getting aggressive, and this is what we need to see. And you got to take that Flawless AR and take it over to the crates because this is going to be the good spot. But they end up losing control of B, and now you have 3 down there for vVv. Flawless gets taken out. There just wasn't much he could do there. He needs his teammates to show up and be able to get those kills. And Sender finding one. That's actually going to be his second. Going for the third. Not going to be the case.
Proofy just got a double Semtex kill to stop them from actually getting B. So that's going to be a pretty big dagger. I mean, you're looking at right around the 2-minute mark. You can almost write off vVv in this map 1. Yeah. You can almost just say they're out.
Probably. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. More than likely. I mean, unless they step it up and they're able to get like a trip cap and make magic happen on this screen, I just don't see it being the case.
Scump is making them his just.
Yeah, we're going to switch over to Scump right now. He's 12-4. He's just having his way with them. This is insane. Placer, though, is going to be the guy we're switching over to. We'll join Scump back in a little bit there to see what's going on with him off the respawn. 12-5 yet again. Pushing over by Red, of course, trying to see if he can find some players. Finding one. That's going to be right to the belly there as Scump was on his belly with that prone. That was a good read from him. Finding one bottom fire. That's going to be clean up for him. And Scump, it just seems like he's running around.
Oh my God, he's a wizard, dude.
He's having too much fun here, and when Scump has fun, it is just dangerous. That's going to be another kill, and he almost got that one there off of that head glitch. That would have been disgusting. But Clayster, and look at what Clay's doing. I mean, at this point, you know, vVv just does not have an opportunity to be able to push out here. It's, you said, 2-minute mark, and they're down by a considerable amount. This could very well be curtains here, Gandhi.
This is not looking good. I mean, Scump is on an absolute tear. Clayster and the rest of the guys are just putting themselves in a position to where they can keep eyes on B. They have a 52-point lead. Like, you have to try to lose a 52-point lead. And with that said, they have a lot of momentum rolling into the search and destroy here, which is going to be on Warhawk, which everyone knows they're good at. But, 3-piece! Yeah!
Nate shot with a 3-piece! That was going to be a big kill there for him, of course, and a big motivational boost as well for OpTic Gaming to keep that momentum going for them. Great plays there out of Nade shot. Huge, huge. Now that's going to just continue to just pretty much just stop this run here that vVv's had. I mean, it's safe to say with 1 minute left on the clock.
Look at this. So we just saw 3 members of vVv actually go into red as a way to push out here. That's an old OpTic strategy. They used to stack red to try to push through crates, and then they were like, you know, let's just win gunfights.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't work when you try to stack red.
Yeah, and they just not able to make anything happen here, despite it all.
Nope.
53 seconds left on the clock, 84 to 48. OpTic Gaming firmly in the lead. Thank you to Scump, really. If you're an OpTic fan, you are thanking Scump, because don't get me wrong, everyone else on OpTic Gaming showing up, but the fact that Scumpy is 21-10, he was 25-9 in the first half. 25-9.
46
now
bomb.
He's 21-10. I mean,
bomb.
That's insane, dropping 40.
God. He's got another guy here. Oh, God.
If he would have gotten that, then really this would have just been insane. So vVv now, they have to bounce back after this very, I would say they're disappointed because they felt like they could bring more to the table against OpTic Gaming. Sender and I were talking last night. He felt very confident in their matchup.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when you have Scump going off the way that he has been, it's, you know, it's very, you got to just get everything back together and just say, well, you know what, it's time to back to the drawing board. Search and Destroy is up next. 104 to 58 is the final score. OpTic Gaming winning both sides with a score of over 100, 104 to 58.
That was a complete spanking. Like, they annihilated. I'm actually shocked that game 1 was a tie looking back at this, but holy hell.
Yeah.
And the scary... Taking a look here as we throw on that Oracle mode for me, baby girl.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Realize has no idea there's a guy basically directly next to him, man. So he's going to go ahead and check. Here's the call out. That's going to be Scump, and Scump stays alive.
Yes.
But 2 members down for vVv.
This is just not good there. Not a good start for them whatsoever. As Nades are going to fly in, that's going to be hit markers. He's going to have to just jump away from that one, Realize in the back. And let's see what's going on with Flawless. He is going to have that bomb in hand as he's hanging out over by the flank. And it's just OpTic Gaming has full control of the map at this point. They are looking splendid here, and I just don't know what Realize is going to be able to do to get this pick.
This is going to be very, very tough.
They
Realize is basically going to challenge Scump, and he is going to be able to win that. So this is going to be a 2-on-3. Right now, OpTic Gaming just really needs to converge slowly, and they have one guy watching the flank, and his job is to make sure they don't rotate to A, which is good. But with 20 seconds on the clock, you got to assume that he just needs to pinch in a smidge.
Yeah, that's right. And great play there out of Flawless, though, but only 13 seconds left on the clock, going for the wall bang on the side. And I just do not agree with this. Now he's going to be by himself, dealing with a 1v2, 7 seconds on the clock as well. Looking over by post, he's not going to have much to work with here. Nothing at all at this point, and that is going to net the first round win, their defensive round win for OpTic Gaming. Great plays out of them.
Yeah, that was huge. Proof actually was the one who came by in the post office and kind of pieced out. You saw him just kind of run away, and everyone's kind of like, oh, why did he run away? Because he didn't want to put Nade in a one-on-one. You didn't want to. Whenever you have numbers, there's no point in forcing it when the time's on your side.
Yeah, they have 14 seconds at that point, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know where the guy is. You saw it on the mini map. Like, just run away. There's nothing wrong with that.
How weird is that animation right there?
That Proof he's playing bomb?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
Crazy to me.
It just shows the versatility of OpTic Gaming here, and Proofy busting out that AR, which Proofy is a beast with it. So expect big things out of him at the very least. It seems like he's going to get aggressive here on the post, perhaps. No, he's actually going to hang out and wait and see if anyone pushes over by Doc. So that's a great play out of Proof.
This is weird movement out of vVv. If you look, I mean, they have a guy just basically rotating all the way back from Diner for an A. So now Proof's going to try to get the bomb down. No smoke's going down, so he's just going to be kind of winging this here. Another one here, Blast Shield. Thank you, baby Jesus, for being a thing.
Yeah, and Blast Shield saves him. And at that point, I would have assumed they would have went for the wall bang there, but not going to happen. Proofy trying to go for some shots right around the corner, gets him with the jump shot through the smoke. That's going to leave Flawless yet again now, dealing with 4 members of OpTic Gaming, and there goes that grenade there from Nade shot as it clears it up 2-0 here. vVv just cannot seem to find something. Perhaps that domination break game just knocked him off way too much, man.
Tom Brady couldn't have thrown a better pass than that. That was perfect. Right in his shoe.
I'm a Giant
Diesel boots, because it's Mr. X's character.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, now let's see here as we jump over, and let me Kind of messed up there. Let's jump over to OpTic Gaming. Nade shot with a snipe. Let's see what he's going to do, of course. Seems like he's going to opt for the switch out, though. Makes a lot of sense. I don't blame him on that one.
No. And that's what we're seeing a lot of these players do. I mean, you do have 15 seconds to make the class switch, and if they get that first pick, awesome, yeah, why not? They can have a sniper out. We have advantage already. I'm not going to hinder my team at all.
Yeah, that's right. And Clayster, AR with Thermal, looking over by the 18. He's going to find one, but he's actually going to, or by the trailer, I should say. He's going to find one, but he made the call out instead. No one has been taken out yet. He should see him through the crack. I'm surprised he hasn't, and that's going to be a takeout for him. So that's realized they're having to take a seat. One player right in front, challenging him with Clayster. Not able to win that gunfight. Scump hanging out on top drug. You have Proofy over in the back. That's going to leave Nade by himself and B wide open for vVv.
I'm very surprised that vVv is not running incog at all. Oh, Nade didn't see him. He did not see him. So now it is OpTic Gaming's turn to try to see how they answer this call. And there's going to be an engagement here at the post office. That's
right. It seems like OpTic Gaming is going to be able to win that one, though. And Sender by himself. Can he clutch it? 1v3. Has the bomb down. That's going to be his advantage here. His pressure is on. He saw him. He saw him.
Oh, he has no idea.
He needs to win this, and he does not. OpTic Gaming winning 3 in a row. And Scump again showing why he's one of the best players in competitive Call of Duty. 6-1 to kick things off here in this search and destroy matchup.
You know what I love about Scump is you can tell when Scump actually likes his teammates. Like, there's a lot of people who can kind of go through and be like, oh yeah, he's okay, but when Scump's dedicated, that normally means he's all about his teammates. He has confidence in them, he enjoys it, and I gotta say, it's kind of cool to see the Leverage boys back, you know?
Yeah.
The duo of Scump and Proofy.
Yeah, no, you're right, and the cool part about this too is, we spoke about it before, this is honestly shades of what we saw, or what I saw, I should say, back in the NW3 days. I mean, it was like he was nearly impossible to kill. You know, like he was just that darn good. And that is a scary thing here.
You and these darns.
That darn good. Clayster with that stop there, as Clayster is going to find another one. Scump with the help there. And they just are having their way with this as they have full control of B. 2 members of vVv now having to fight back. Now it's going to be Flawless by himself, having to deal again with a 1v4. They just seem to be losing it here on Search and Destroy. Flawless winning one around the corner. Troopy with the stop with the MTAR. That's going to make it 4-0. Are we going to see a 6-0, Gandhi?
I haven't seen anything on a vVv that says, oh yeah, they can hang with OpTic in Search and Destroy on Warhawk.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I haven't. I mean, you would like to say, okay, vVv, you've lost B every single time you've went. It's time to throw an A. And if you look, I mean, OpTic Gaming's only kind of been going towards around B, but we're going to see here, and they go B again. So, as Einstein said, insane is doing the same thing over and over again without ever getting a different result. So, they're technically insane, in my opinion.
maybe borderline. We'll see what's going to happen here. As they're going, okay, so this I can appreciate.
Holy hell.
It's going to be a straight up fast plant here, and they are going to get this one down, but they end up sacrificing Diabolic in the process. Sender, though, with a stop there on Scump, so that's going to be huge.
Oh, look, who's this OpTic Gaming member coming around on the flank? No one has their back.
It's going to be Nade Shot. Who, of course it's him. He's forever
full flank.
It's forever flank, bro.
Okay, here we go. Here's one. Surprise. Will he get the 2-piece? Yep.
Oh, Clayster there, actually, with the help, and that's going to close things out 5-0 here. Nade Shot forever flanking. Seems like it ended up working out for them as they're able to make this one happen. And Scump, despite him going down early in that one, is just dangerous how Clayster can step up and take care of business, and Proofy could step up and take care of business. You truly have three very, like, just...
It's good.
And then you have Nate, like, you know, when you look at, I got to point this out because I just got to say it. Like, you know, you look at complexity, and, you know, I remember when FaZe Black first formed and Formal was talking about the matchups and all that stuff, and I was like, you know,
what, the hit marker in the shoulder?
You know, we'll take it. I mean, he'll just have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
That's called life. Moving forward.
Moving forward. That's life. But yeah, when you talk about those matchups, right? I mean, like, this is truly a team that matches up against the #1 team in the world right now, toe to toe.
I know.
I mean, with Scump showing up the way that he is, but Nade Shot now by himself. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Bomb's going to be down as well, and Nade Shot with that sniper. Now he deals with 2 members of vVv, and he has a pistol. He had to get that bomb. Dude, that's going to put the ball back in his court.
He's going for it, dude. He's going to let him know how big his cojones are.
Yeah, well, he does find one.
Grab the MTAR, please. Oh, he's got a guy coming to the right. He knows it. He knows it.
Right around the corner. He called it. He's going to clutch his 1v2 now, going inside 10. He's going to come around the side. Player's not going to see. Oh, and he walks around the corner, and he gets taken out, and that is not going to lead the 6-0 there. Nade's shot went left when he should have went right, and my goodness was that, ladies and gentlemen, it's Call of Duty timing at its finest.
Yeah.
That's just like, man, what are the chances that he ended up looking there right away? You know what I mean? Like, for all you knew, Nate probably could have circled around over the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that could have been played.
Oh, God. That was so close. So, Nate actually opting out from the bottom Gina's snipe. Are they going to go with the mid-map? Oh my God, vVv's running an A.
Yeah, well, it seems like you know, they're not insane.
Yeah, I like this.
Maybe a tad.
Oh, here comes the full flank again.
Yep, and but no, actually, no one on full flank really. But Proofy is going to get taken out though. Realize getting dropped as well. Hopping over to Nade's shot here. Let's see what he could do. And
oh well, he has a teammate who's already pushed up into A, and now this is all up to one player who is sitting in the back, kind of eating a sandwich, not doing his job.
Again, it's all up to Flawless here. Nade's going to fly out here. Oh, and he's not going to be able to do anything about that, and that is going to close things out here, folks. 6-1, OpTic Gaming rolling right now. Scumpy again, 8-3. A performance out of him, I have to say. And I mean, really, just what more can be said at this time? OpTic Gaming, and I'm surprised I'm even saying this. They are outclassing vVv, a team that I believe to be absolutely fantastic. 3-0. I think it's right to kick it off with America's favorite gamer, my boy Nate Shot. Let's see what they're going to be doing here.
I'm very, very excited to see how OpTic Gaming plays on Octane on LAN. I mean, these guys are very, very good. When you look at the team, I mean, Octane's a very AR-dominant spot, right? And you have Proofy, Clayster, and even Scum can make the switch over to the Remington whenever the hell he wants. So Clayster is basically going to sit mid-map. If you look at the mini-map, he's going to be bottom broken. And his main job is to sit here with his iron boots that he's equipped because he's getting ready to go into the water temple and just kill everything in sight.
That was an amazing reference.
Look at this. He's never going to move, but he's never going to get outshot.
Yeah, and he's just...
It's insane.
The accuracy as well, it's definitely showing up there. I mean, if anyone decides to challenge him, and the crazy part about this, too, his teammates are giving him that confidence. He knows that he doesn't really have to worry too much about his club side.
Oh, not at all.
He could just hang out and, you know, watch it, but not worry about it. And there's a big difference between the two.
And, you know, it's always interesting to see how teams respond to the different looks that other teams throw at them. Like, OpTic Gaming's taking a slower approach now, and finally, you know, they get a couple downs, so now Clayster can move up and kind of hit this cycle game. Clayster's end goal is to basically get inside the base, right in the top motel, but he has a long way to get there.
That's right, and Proofy now on your screen as he is going to try and see if he can make his way right by motel, finding one. That's going to be Diabolic. Now, you know, I want to jump over to vVv here because, you know, the pressure is on for this team at this point to be able to perform. And, you know, they're going to be hanging their heads low if they end up going out 3-0, especially the way Sender was saying with such confidence he had that his team will be able to perform here. But you look at that kill feed, or you look at that scoreboard, I should say, realize Sender just struggling. Oh, God. And Diabolic now, he knows that, you know, there's not really much he's going to be able to do at this point. OpTic Gaming's going to put the first one in there, as that's going to make it into a 1-0 now. And look at how OpTic is set up. Proofy, as well as Nade's shot. This is pretty much cookies for them. They get another Cat 2-0. Yeah,
and there's going to be another guy coming on the flank here, which is going to be Proofy, and now Clayster is mid-map, and he's going to he cut everyone off. So vVv, when you push into the base, you end up spawning vVv behind strip. So if there's a guy mid-map, it's easy kills.
Well, Clayster's going to score right now, or he's in a position to at the very least. I mean, he's going to have two players there. He gets cleaned up, though, by Diabolic. You have Sender now, as he's going to be pushing his way around. They made that call out, so let's see how they're going to respond off the respawn now. Let's see what...
He's going to be big. He has one-on-one battle, man.
Nope, but he gets it. He gets it, and that is going to make it 2-1, and that is going to be huge for them. But OpTic Gaming answers right back with a goal of their own.
Don't you just love COD-casting Blitz?
Yeah,
it is just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, you end up missing quite a few. But Diabolic now on the run. He is going to get that one, so that's going to net him. But now you have vVv, who does not have any coverage inside of their base besides one member, and that's actually going to be Flawless. But there's a member here of OpTic Gaming, Jordan. by himself. Looking around, oh, he's going to find one, and that's pretty much going to do it. Never mind. Realize with a stop there, jumping over to Clayster with the iron boots. See you later. We'll jump to another person. Scump now, back again on your screen. 9 and 6, definitely performing very well here this entire series for the team. Looking at the player in the mid, his teammate was going to be there for the pickup. Nade shot now, knowing that there could be someone pushing up right through Diner. He's going to have to play this one very, very smart, very astute. And if he wins the gun battle and he gets it, that's actually going to be a big win for them.
Yeah, and now he's actually going to be pushing out here. He does have a guy on top of him, so he's got to be a little bit passive here. Obviously, he doesn't know that, but he's going to be taken out, so now his teammates know that. But this is a very, very odd game so far that we've seen. I mean, vVv's kind of leaving like 2 guys in their base and sending 2 guys out in the middle of the map, and it's not working, but it's not like as efficient.
They're turtling.
Yeah, it's a turtle.
I mean, it's like what me and Sensor were talking about yesterday with the FaZe Red matchup. I mean, you know, you saw Justice turtle quite a bit, and Flawless just rip Proofy apart there, or as we coined yesterday, Twirtle. Twirtle, yeah, because he didn't know.
Twerking
he didn't know that Squirtle was a Pokemon. That he thought it was Twirtle.
What, did Sensor not have a childhood?
I don't know, but yeah, I saw people on Reddit talking about it, so it's actually pretty funny. So jumping over here back over to Proof now, who is going to be working with Nade on the left side and try and see if they can make some noise happen. There's going to be some pressure, though, from vVv, and OpTic Gaming needs to respond in turn. Proofy is going to find one. Realize, though, not going to happen. He's 3 and 13. I don't know what is going on with him, but this is not the Realize that I expected to see here at UGC.
Yeah, you know, I think he's missed a couple tournaments, and he just needs to kind of get into it. But, wow. Whoever just scored just split, like, 3 members of vVv, and he was kind of like, by the way, I have my invisibility cloak. Yeah. Can't see me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm, you know, don't they have that in Harry Potter?
Yep,
you
that was the reference.
Yeah, we have a tendency to make a lot of those. 5-2 in the count here as OpTic Gaming looking strong with 3 caps. A 3-cap lead, I should say. Yeah. vVv, though, I mean, Realize has to step it up. He's 3 and 13.
You're not going to win with 3 and 13. There's just no way, especially versus OpTic. I mean, the fact you're only down by 3 caps is going to be good, but on this side, Clayster's going to sit second-level motel and, like, watch. He's going to push up here just a little bit, throw a trophy down, and kind of cut off mid-map, and then from there he's going to rotate back as soon as things get dicey. So they have to get through Clayster. Yeah. And they haven't been able to yet. And that's 2 members down, and just like that, OpTic Gaming's already pushing on the flag.
That's right. Let's actually jump over here. Actually, Nade shot. Proofy was taken out. There's going to be 3 members there. Finding one. Let's see if he can go for the double. There's going to be one inside of the store. He's going to have one to his right, though. But that's going to be a cap there as OpTic Gaming make this one a 4-point lead, 6-2. And OpTic is just, again, rolling yet again. Yep. Because this has been all OpTic's game here.
Clayster might as well get like a manicure while he's sitting at the base, because there's no member of vVv even going to be close anytime soon.
Why a manicure though? Why
I don't know, because he's a pro gamer and they need to take good care of their hands.
That's a good one, man. Good save. Good save. We almost revealed a little bit about the Savage himself there, but you know.
Come on, let's be honest. I bite my nails. I don't use clippers.
So OpTic Gaming just managed to get another cap there, 7-2. This is a score. I mean, OpTic, again, they're having their way. They're having their way, but it seems like vVv is starting to finally apply that pressure. Still not out of it yet here for vVv. One player dropping down. That's actually going to be Clayster finding Realize. Realize 4 and 15. He has gone 1 and 2 on this side. So not really all that bad, but he does need to respond. He does need to get something going.
Oh, Clay, come on, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, you let that one slide.
You can sacrifice that point. I mean, you know, you're still up by 4. You know, there's nothing really wrong with that at this time.
There's 3 minutes left. I mean, vVv by no means are they out of it, but just based on what we've seen, like, we can't really be like, oh yeah, well, based on the fact that, you know, he's still 4 and 15, we think they're going to come back. Like, he has to turn up. Okay,
that was weird. I'll take it. I'll take it. Clayster's going to find this one player as soon as he creeps around the corner. No. Actually, he's going to get taken out from behind. Center going for the double. Oh, man.
Oh, he knifed it.
And just the game does not like him as he has to reload, and then he goes for that knife out of frustration. Flawless now. He is looking to play that same position that Clayster was doing, but just not as well because because unlike the situation with Clayster, he has to worry about his club side. Clayster does not because he knows his teammates have pretty much effectively closed that lane down. And yeah, I mean, it's not a good position for vVv to be in here. Flawless though with a stop. and he knows there's going to be a lot of pressure coming around the side here, finding one that's actually going to be on top of that catwalk. He backs away, back over to see who is actually playing defense there. Realize he's going to bust out that AR now, and that's going to be a good run for them. And
that would actually be a smart audible if Realize actually decided, you know what, guys, I'll play back because I can't win my gunfights right now. I'll play defense just a little bit. You guys push up until I get into the swing of things.
Yeah, that's actually, it makes a lot of sense there.
It does.
And again, you mentioned before, it could be just the confidence, him not really playing all that much, you know, in tournament play. It makes 100% total sense. Scumped over to kill there on Diabolic as he's going to be right by bottom pawn, getting cleaned up there by Realize MTAR. And again, still not out of it. vVv have 4 points to gain here, and it is very doable with 1 minute and 38 seconds left on the clock. 2 down right now as you're going to have a clear lane, and this could be the big save there as vVv thought that they were going to have that one. Diabolic, though, on the other hand, he is going to get taken off on the left, and that's only going to result in 1 cap for them. What could have been 2 turned out to only be 1, and it really doesn't matter all that much because OpTic Gaming were able to get a cap of their own. Lead is still at 4 in favor of OpTic with 1 minute 15 on the clock.
Yep, 70 seconds here left in play. There's going to be 1 member of OpTic trying to sneak in here. Flawless is going to shut that down, but as you can look here, they have to be aggressive. But the thing that's scary here is that OpTic can overextend and push right through bottom broken the entire time because it doesn't matter. They can sacrifice a goal.
That's very true. That's very true. And again, they sacrifice a goal. What it goes up to what? You know, 3-point lead, and Diabolic is going to get that one, though. And no one in OpTic Gaming is going to be there for the response. Now we're going to have about 46 seconds left on the clock. They have to make 3 caps happen. Still, again, very doable. Plenty of time left on the clock. The way that OpTic Gaming is playing this one, though, they're turtling a tad bit in the base. Smokes are going to come out. Diabolic looking to make some plays. Finding one up top. Hitmarker is not going to get an assist, though, in turn. Flawless over in the mid. Jumping back over to Realize. He's going to be top motel. Pressure's on with 27 seconds left on the clock, though. Again, still very winnable if he's able to cap this one right now, and he's not going to be able to do that there. They have to get a cap pretty much right now, and no, not going to be the case. And that is going to lock things up here, ladies and gentlemen. OpTic Gaming will win this matchup 3-0 over vVv Gaming to kick off things here for day number 2 at the UGC Elgato 20K.
Yeah, that was, if you're a Greenwall fan, that's exactly how you wanted to see him come out. I'm sure the tie was a little bit scary for everyone. Everyone's like, oh, man, not this again.
Yep.
But then they just annihilated their opposition. I mean, that's exactly what you want. And that's one of the best things about the no veto system is it definitely kind of helps OpTic Gaming out because they can actually get those AR-friendly maps, and Clayster can do Clayster things on it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Everyone else is kind of being able to avoid it back in the day with veto systems. So this is looking pretty good for OpTic Gaming. Realize